Hello everyone and happy Sunday to you. Now today, as you can see, I am all alone. Ryan actually this weekend is working at our local art festival in our city. He's done this now, I think this is like his 5th year. So actually you guys probably have come to almost expect this or know that this is happening at this point. Every year around this exact time, there's an art festival in our city and it is all weekend and Ryan runs the kid tent. So once again, that is what he's doing this weekend. So it is unfortunately just me today. Debbie was also pretty busy this morning, so I didn't want to bother her with coming over and stuff like that. So it is just me. Ryan does apologize, and he did say that to make up for it, he wants to be in every single video this next week. So as a reminder, next week we have the trend report going up on Tuesday, and then on Thursday I will be doing a haul, of course, from the bins for the week, and Ryan's gonna do a Ryan Reacts with me, and he's gonna react to the stuff that I find this week. And then next Sunday, he will be here for What Sold Sunday. Speaking of next week's What Sold Sunday, I know that we promised that this week we would do P.O. Box packages, but obviously I don't want to do them alone because some of the stuff is sent for like Ryan in particular, me in particular, and of course you guys are mainly sending them for the two of us. So I did go pick up the P.O. Box packages if you did send one, and they are just waiting for next week for us to open them. So we will be opening them. We will be opening those next week. So I do apologize for the delay on that if you did send one and you're getting antsy for us to open it. We are antsy to open it as well, but it just hasn't worked out. So, and I don't know if you guys are noticing anything different, but I do actually have the new iPhone 16 now. I was running on an old iPhone 13 Pro Max, but now I have the 16 Pro Max. I used to always be this like huge every single year upgrade my phone type of person, like Apple person. But over the past couple years, I've been obviously a little more like money conscious with getting a house and having the wedding, and I just didn't feel like I needed to, but I finally have upgraded my phone. And I did watch like the announcement of this phone, and they said that the microphones should be a lot better, almost like a studio level. So maybe this sounds a little more clear or a little better, but I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, no matter what, we're just sitting in like a small room, so I'm sure there's not much change really. But if you're noticing any better sound quality, it's possible. I know the camera's better too, but I think that's just the back camera, not the front one, which funny enough. So the Apple announcement of this phone was on the anniversary of the day that Ryan and I met and matched on Tinder for the first time and talked for the first time ever. It was, I think, 8 years since then, which is crazy. And it's funny because if you go back to, we have a screenshot still of our first Tinder conversation, and it's like, hey, hi, what are you up to? And then I was like, I'm watching the Apple announcement. So I was watching, when we matched, it was like around lunchtime, and I was actually watching the Apple announcement of whatever that year was, which I just thought was really weird that it fell right on our like meeting anniversary again. Anyways, that's probably so dumb. But let's get into talking about how this week went and sales and numbers and such and the regular scheduled programming. So this week was a pretty good sales week once again. If you haven't been here or have missed the past What Sold Sundays for the past maybe month or so, this has been a really good time for sales. I always find that that's how it is at the beginning of the school years and at the transition into fall. People really want to get a new coat to show off, a new coat for a new place they moved where it's maybe colder than before, or maybe someone moved to somewhere where it's rainy now and they need a raincoat for the first time or something. People do seem to buy a lot more fashion and clothing in the fall, and so the sales have been really good for the past couple weeks. This week is definitely no exception. It definitely has slowed a little from maybe the past 2 weeks. Last week was one of my best weeks in a really long time, especially specifically on eBay, and like I said, this week was really good too. It just maybe wasn't at that level, but that's totally okay. I can't expect it to be like top level every single week, but it's still been really good. I didn't really do much listing this week until just yesterday, so that could be part of it too, but definitely still feeling the fall sales, and definitely I think people are still going to keep shopping for fall and winter type stuff probably for a good like at least all the way through October, because a lot of places like here, a lot of places it doesn't really get cool yet. I know we had a nice little, we were bragging about like some fall weather we had maybe 2 weeks ago, but ever since then it has been hot still. So I don't think everybody's done fall shopping yet, and I think we can expect some good fall sales still for at least probably another month, which is freaking fantastic. fantastic. Anyways, before we jump into the actual sales and numbers though, of course, I have a Valentine VIP to shout out. Now, really quick Valentines, before I shout out, Neens is her name. I want to ask you guys what you want for the Valentine video this next week. So I was debating doing some kind of addition to the trend report, but I feel like if I did, I'd be repeating a lot of the stuff maybe, and it might just not be the most useful information. I was considering doing items that are off trend or kind of like out, or at least not as popular this season, or we could also just go fall thrifting together. So you guys let me know if you're a Valentine, comment below, let me know what you want to see this next week. I'm obviously open to anything you guys want to see. Your wish is my command. So let me know what you guys want to see and I will definitely deliver on that. But anyways, the Valentine VIP of this week is Neens, like I said, and Neens Closet is simply Neens Co. So that is SIMPLYNEENSCO, but of course she is linked below and you can take a peek at her closet right here. But as per usual with our Valentines, Neens has all kinds of great stuff for you to go check out. So Neens has tons of Free People pieces. She has some really cute sweaters and some really cute like Free People movement Sherpas and jackets and stuff. So great stuff for fall. She also had some really cute Aritzia pieces, a lot of them. My favorite, there were some like really cute purple, almost like lavender sweatpants that I would definitely rock, but I'm sure being Aritzia, they'd be like super tiny and super short on me. She had some really, really good denim, so that's of course perfect for fall. She had some Free People like bell-bottom jeans that were really adorable. She also not only had women's, she did have men's pieces. She had this really cute men's Lulu green shirt that was like right up Ryan's alley. I was almost like, should I be liking that? Should I be saving that for later? And then one of my favorite things that she had was this really beautiful Sundance dress. It was like a maxi length and it gave very like Missoni vibes. It was very beautiful. So Neens, you have some wonderful stuff and everyone should go check out Neens' closet. It is, like I said, the first link below. Give her some likes, give her some shares, make a bundle, but give her some love. I don't have the power Ryan does. But anyways, Neens, thank you so much for being a Valentine and thank you to all of our Valentines for being Valentines. We, of course, appreciate it so much. Now let's move on to the sales. So I do actually have one Mercari this week. I do have one Depop this week, which for me is like rare. And then I have some eBay and a decent amount of Poshmark sales. So let's get Mercari and Depop out of the way first. So I did on Mercari sell these American Eagle Festival Flare Stretch Bell-Bottom jeans. These were adorable. I think Ryan was actually bringing them to Plato's and Plato's didn't take them from him and he was like telling me he was going to donate them and I was like, no. So I took them and they sold for $30, which on Mercari means I'm getting $30, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I still swear by American Eagle and Aerie as really good like bread and butter brands. They don't rake in a ton of money, but they usually get good traffic. They sell within a decently quick amount of time. You just got to stick to like 2021 onward probably is what I would do. If there's something super cute from 2020, I'd maybe consider it, but I usually definitely like to be in the past like 3 or 4 years. And then let's move on to Depop. So on Depop, I did have one, like I said, and I sold these vintage 90s Fillmore leg and look linen ultra wide flared black pants. So these were just some really, really wide, really like flared at the bottom, like almost like two skirts, but they were pants. They were linen. They gave a super leg and look vibe, but when I looked up the brand online, it just seemed to be some vintage 90s brand. I just moved over a little bit more if that helps. I feel like I'm like way out. I'm not used to being on Ryan's side. This feels really odd. But anyways, these I thought would be a leg and look brand. It was called Fillmore. But upon looking them up, it's just some like 90s, maybe also 80s vintage brand. But I still put leg and look in the title because as we say, like leg and look is a style. It's not a brand. So like even if you find stuff that isn't like a leg and look brand, it can still have like the style. So you can still put it in the title. But these sold, I think, for like 25 or 30. Unfortunately, Depop doesn't really show. Depop is kind of hard to use. I'm not used to using Depop, but I was like trying to look for my sales and like I couldn't even find where that was. The notifications are all like hidden now too. So I'm not used to Depop. In the end, I'm sure I'm getting like over $20 and those were a bin's fine. So that's great. So let's move on to eBay. And kind of like the past few weeks, I had a good amount of full price eBay sales. I've been noticing that recently. And the first sale of the week was a full price one, and it was definitely my best eBay sale of the week. This might be my best sale of the week, period. So I sold this Love Shack Fancy Finley metallic gold star wrap mini dress. This was stunning. Not very like traditional Love Shack fancy, because of course they're very like cottagecore and floral and both kind of and whimsical and a little more like pastel. So this was definitely not the usual, but this sold for $295, which when dresses sell for full price, I definitely assume somebody needs them for an event like fast. They don't even want to go through bartering. They just want them. So I don't know if that's the case, but I would assume this did sell through promotion. And so I don't know what I get, but I will be losing my extra 5% that I put as promotion. So basically like Posh, because I think eBay takes about 15%. So if I do a 5% promotion, I'm losing 20%, kind of like Poshmark. Next up, I sold this Faribault Woolen Mills HBC stripe wool scarf. This sold for $35. Again, my full asking price. Faribault Woolen Mills is basically just Minnesota's like Pendleton, even though I've actually seen some of their stuff is sometimes sold at Anthro, specifically some of their blankets. So that's kind of cool. So that was a really good sale for a scarf. I always pick up Faribault. Usually I bring it to consignment stores, but every once in a while I'll sell it myself. Then this was actually a like home decor accent piece. So I sold this Penny McAllister 2007 Folk Morning Glory Spring Garden Fairy Decor. Penny McAllister, I've had a number of Halloween pieces by her that have done very, very well. And she is this like folk style decor maker. And her stuff is very valuable. This actually had quite a few flaws to it, and it's still sold for my full asking price of $68, which is fantastic. That also sold through promotion, and it's kind of surprising because obviously like I would assume this would sell in the spring, but I'll take it. I don't really care when it sells, as long as it sells. Then I sold, for my own personal collection, I sold these Burberry vintage plaid multicolor wool straight pants. These only sold for $100 through promotion, so I will get like $80. I have a feeling I paid about $80 for these, so I'm kind of just making my money back. Like the title said, they were vintage. I just thought they were kind of like a cute plaid that maybe I'd wear for like a Christmas party or Christmas Eve or something. And then when I like got them, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd really wear these that much. So I ended up selling them. At least I got like my money back basically. Then I sold this Barber Essential Diamond Quilt Contrast full zip sweater jacket. This sold for $75 through promotion. And this I had just got it unique not very long ago for I think $15, but I might have got like a 20% off coupon on that. I love to sell Barber. This actually had a little bit of discoloration right at the chest, but it's still sold. Love the brand, and I'm not surprised that it would do good on eBay. Then I sold this Oleg Cassini vintage floral spring multicolor tie. Now, Oleg Cassini is not a bolo in any way, shape, or form. I think he used to be a high-end designer back in maybe like the 80s or something like that, but not really anymore. So I picked this up completely based off of style / print and color. I thought this was gorgeous, and it sold for $12, but I will take it. Ties are so easy to take pictures of. They cost literally nothing to buy, and they are so easy to store. So I low-key, high-key like to sell ties a lot, especially when they are designer, but I will take some of the cutesy ones like that anyways. Then I sold this Patagonia Rare Cinchilla Snap printed tee fleece pullover. This sold for $40 and the buyer paid shipping. This was not through promotion. All of this stuff, the buyer pays shipping. I don't know why I just said that, but I just got this recently in the bins as well. Patagonia has gotten quite difficult for me to sell, so I've just started to market cheaper. Like I listed at like 45 at the highest, unless it clearly is ultra rare of some kind, but Patagonia is kind of a tough one nowadays. And also our consignment stores do not market high anymore. I don't really know what happened with Patagonia. Next up, I sold this pair of J. McLaughlin Casey suede tan cream heels. These only sold for $30. And I did have them priced a bit higher at like $65 or something. But when I got the $30 offer on eBay, I decided to check Posh, and they had, I think, one like. And so I was like, sure. Lately, I've been in this mood of like accepting basically any offer I get. Obviously, if it was a crazy lowball, I'm not going to, but I'm just in fall. I get in this mood of like, I want a bunch of stuff to come in and a bunch of stuff to go out because I really love shopping in the fall, which I feel like I've told you guys a million times recently. So I really want to keep getting stuff and going to the bins each week and going to normal thrift stores. But at the same time, to counter that, I want stuff to get out quickly, and older stuff I really want to get rid of. So I totally start to take all kinds of offers, I feel like, in the fall. My last one on eBay for the week was this pair of Commando faux leather silver metallic straight pants. These sold for $35, and I am actually kind of surprised these went on eBay. I regret getting these, so I'm actually very happy they sold. I got these at a regular thrift store for probably like $8 or $9, and I think this silver was not the moment. I still like to sell commando, but faux leather pants have been doing a lot worse lately. And obviously, like, weird colored pants usually don't do that well. Anyways, let's move on. Why don't I just do my gross and net for eBay right now? So at the end, my eBay gross was $690 for this week. Like I said, I think last week we were in like 1,600 area, so almost 1,000 more, but I'm not upset. eBay is not my main platform, so about $700 gross is fantastic, and my eBay net was $586.50. So again, I will take that. I had some good sales on eBay and I am not mad about how this week went at all. So let's move on to Poshmark now. And Poshmark starts off with the 14th because this is, I don't know if I said it, but this is the week of the 14th through the 20th of September. On the 14th, I had 8 sales, so I think that was my most sales of the week. I don't know what was going on the 14th, but it was pretty good. So my first sale was actually a bundle, and it was a bundle of 2 Ever Eve pieces. One was this John and Jen zebra striped multicolor sweater, and another was this John and Jen rainbow crochet cable knit sweater. So together these sold for $50 and I get $40. I almost feel like I arbitraged these from ThredUp. It was kind of when I was like learning more of the Ever Eve brands, and I was like, oh, I should check ThredUp. And sure enough, like, these were a pretty good deal. So I'm not too upset about that. Then I sold this pair of Anthropologie Maeve Margot Rose printed pants. These sold for only $30. I get $24. I think these were a regular thrift store pickup as well for about $9. But they went pretty quick, and red is possibly supposed to be trendy this fall. I didn't see a bunch of proof of that, but maybe that's why those sold. Then Diane popped into my closet, and I actually don't know if Diane's a viewer, but if you're out there, Diane, hello. She did like send a thank you message after I accepted, so like she might be. I don't really know. But Diane purchased the Zara Wool Blend 2-button camel coat along with the Zara Chunky Knit large button oversized cardigan. These were both super, super nice, super good for fall Zara pieces. So together these sold for $75 and I get $60. So Diane, if you're out there, thank you very much. Then another one of my recent Zara pickups, I sold this Zara green fall faux leather penny loafer pair of shoes. These sold for $28. I get $22.40. I got that offer quite quickly, like probably the next day after I listed them. So I was happy to take that. And now that I think about it, those were the oh yeah, you guys haven't seen the trend report yet. Now that I think about it, those were a really good color for fall. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Then I sold another bundle. I sold this pair of airy plaid flannel drawstring fall lounge shorts, along with this Free People slubbed cotton green blazer, and Love Shack fancy tie-dye lily pond round neck blouse. Together, all of this sold for $100 and I get $80. I tried to price the Love Shack fancy a little lower than I maybe would have in the past. I priced it at $58. And the blazer I've had forever, and the shorts are obviously just airy. I try to move all my airy and American Eagle out as fast as possible, so I was very happy with that sale. Then I sold the Free People and Levi's 70s high-rise flared jeans. These are so freaking cute, and I just got these at the bins, I think, last week. These sold for $50. I get $40. I had them priced higher at around $70 or $80, but again, let's move stuff quick. It's fall. It's time to like get stuff going, get stuff to a new home. Then I sold these Sorel Joan of Arctic leather wedge boots. These sold for $31. I get $22.78. You used to be able to get a lot more for these on Posh, but I think they're oversaturated, so you can't as much anymore, but I definitely still get them at the bins. Lori also popped into my closet, and Lori made a bundle for herself. So she made a bundle. I guess I don't know if it's for herself, probably though. But Lori got the Madewell green oversized swing shirt flannel jacket and Lululemon scuba high-rise jogger pants. And she got this bundle for $55 and I get $41.02, so thank you very much, Lori. Those are also very good fall pieces. You could really just wear those as an outfit. It's a very comfortable fall outfit. And that's it for the 14th then. So moving on to the 15th, I had 2, so we kind of like dipped down. This whole week was kind of like a wave, like a mountain and valley type sales week. So on the 15th, my first of 2 was this Kowtow red wide leg stage pants. These sold for $34. I get $27.20. This was a arbitrage pickup from a clearance sale at a turnstile. This brand is kind of supposed to be a bolo, but I didn't have the best experience, at least with these pants, so I definitely would try it again, but I wouldn't be like extremely excited to find it, so we'll see. It's spelled Kowtow. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again someday if I find it. But then I sold the Franco Sarto Stevie mid-calf dark brown heeled boots. These were a bins find like a week or two ago, and I love these. They are such cute boots. They sold for 50, I get 40, and for Franco Sarto, obviously that is fantastic. So moving on to the 16th, we are coming out of the valley and we're going back up the hill. I had 5 sales. So my first sale went to Maggie, and Maggie is another one that I'm not 100% sure if she's a viewer, but she left a really nice love note after it got delivered, so maybe she is. Maggie, if you can hear me, thank you. Maggie got the Rothy's Begonia round toe knit flats. These were like the Barbie pink, pastel pink ones. These sold for $39 and I get $31.20, so I am out of Rothy's, besides the pair that I just found on Thursday, which is wonderful. I don't even have them listed, so hopefully they'll sell quickly. Then I sold this Banana Republic unstructured wool button blazer. This is my second time selling this exact same blazer in the past like 2 months. I just happened to find it twice. Sold for $28 and I get $22.40, so that's fantastic. Then I sold this Albion leopard printed swim bikini top. If you remember, I just found another swim top by them recently, but this one sold for $15, I get $12. This brand, like a swim top alone is like $70, so I definitely pick this one up when I see it. Then I sold this Anthropologie pair of Sanctuary check plaid straight leg pull-on pants. These sold for $28, I get $20.38. This was another regular Goodwill pickup that I kind of regretted because, like I said, the Sanctuary like plaid and houndstooth leggings are a trickier sell, or like ponte pants. I guess they're not exactly leggings, they're kind of a ponte pant. They can be tricky, but I'm glad these sold, and I probably will tell myself not to pick them up in the future, but we'll see. Then I sold these American Eagle high-rise kick boot corduroy pants. These were really adorable. These sold for $29 and I get $23.20. I've only had them for maybe like a week or two, so that is great. Then moving on to the 17th, down into a valley again, I had 2 sales. So my first of 2 was this Nilly Lotan Nanette wool alpaca knit v-neck sweater vest. This was so cute, and I arbitraged this. I think I paid maybe around $90 for it because it was very trendy, but it sold for $150, I get $120. I think I got this last fall and winter to sell then, so I kind of want to move it along to use that money to get something else that's trendy this year. And then to Jill the icon herself, who used to be an Iowan but now is a Floridian. Jill popped into my closet and Jill got this vintage star bead embellished mesh collar. This sold to Jill for $30, I get $24. Thank you so much, Jill. That was very just like Free People, almost like a Magnolia Pearl vibe, super like witchy, super cute, and I hope Jill loves that. So moving on to the 18th, I had 3, so we were picking up just a little bit from the 17th. My first sale was this Athleta pair of Brooklyn wide leg crop pants. Anything Athleta that has Brooklyn in it, I do like to sell. They have like the Brooklyn jogger, the Brooklyn like straight leg, the Brooklyn wide leg, there's so many different Brooklyn styles, but they usually do quite good. So these sold for $20, I get $16, a little less than usual, but these were a size 0, so I was very happy about that. Then I sold a bundle to Melanie, and Melanie made a bundle that I really appreciate myself. So Melanie actually purchased 2 things from my personal collection, and you'll be able to tell that in a second here. So she got these Ray Dunn queen size Halloween skeleton spooky sheets, and also Dolls Kill rare skull graphic denim jacket. So I got this jacket like a year or 2 ago, and I have worn it 1 time since I got it. I'm just not a jean jacket person. It's not my vibe. It's not my personal style, I don't think. I have nothing against them. I just don't think I pull them off very well. And the sheets I also have had for a couple years. We actually have 2 other sets of queen size Halloween spooky sheets, so I just didn't feel like I needed a 3rd. And one of the other sets we have is a different Ray Dunn one with ghosts, so I just really didn't think I needed these. So anyways, she got these for $80, I get $64. Thank you so much, Melanie. I of course love this bundle, and I think she said she has a spooky event or like a spooky farmers market, was it, to wear this jacket to. But either way, I'm like, can I pack myself up with this and go with you? Is that part of this like transaction? I don't know. So then my last one on the 18th was this vintage Moschino rare weekender graphic travel bag. Sold for 100, I get 80. That was a bins find. It wasn't like some super sought after collection from Moschino, but still that is very awesome and obviously was a great bins find. So moving on to the 19th, we were definitely at a hill or mountain once again. So I had 7 sales on the 19th. My first one was this pair of favorite daughter, the Dream Pant wide leg trouser. These sold to Kristen. So hello, Kristen, and thank you very much. She popped into my closet twice this week, but she got these. These are so adorable. When I found these at Turnstile, I was freaking pumped. I just love just like a classy pair of like wide leg like trousers of like black or plaid of some kind. Like it's just so like versatile also, because like you could wear this to work, you could wear these out, you could wear them to a dinner with someone, you could wear them to a brewery, you could wear them to a pumpkin patch. I feel like you can do anything with something like this, and like a good straight or wide leg is never going to go out of style. So Kristen, you're set up for life. She got these for 100 and I get 80. I had them priced at 150, but I'm happy to sell them to Kristen for 100. These were doing super well, and that did not surprise me. Favorite daughter is a huge bolo. It does very well. Then I sold this, the great rare Gardenia Villa printed floral dress. This I did not make much money on. It sold for 115. I get 92. For some reason in the in the Poshmark screenshots, you can't see what you put in for cost of goods, but I have a feeling I paid like 75 to 90 for this dress. So I really didn't make much money. But again, we are in the business of moving things out for fall, and I've had that dress for a long time. Something else that I paid up for that I haven't really had super long was this Jenny Kane wool alpaca yak blend striped cardigan coat. This was so nice, even though like it kind of reminds me of Madewell, but it's like really nice Madewell. This sold for $200. I get 160, and this is my first time ever selling Jenny Kane, so that's amazing. I have a couple more Jenny Kane pieces, but this is my first time like actually having one sell. For that I probably paid 60 to 80 if I had to guess. So to get 160, I think I at least doubled my money. That's great. Then I sold the Anthropologie Coconuts Matisse Velvet Boots. He sold for 36. I get 26.78. Then I sold this Fable England Catherine Rowe Hare and Fox scarf. If you remember, we just found this together doing some fall thrifting at a normal Goodwill, I think like 2 times ago or 3. This sold for 38. I get 30.40, and I paid $5 for this. So that was great. I just knew based on seeing the print, I was like, this has to be something. This is so cute. And sure enough, it was. This brand does seem to be a bolo, and I don't know if you guys caught it or if I mentioned it, but this brand seems to almost be like Liberty London, where they're kind of like a print house or like a pattern house, whatever you want to call it. But where Liberty is more like florals and kind of like micro small designs, Fable seems to be a little bit more like whimsical and animals and stuff. So yeah, very cute. Then I sold this Aritzia Babaton wool blend long knit skirt. This sold for 35 and I get 28. That's a great fall skirt. Then Joel popped into my closet. So Joel is one of my IRL buddies or bins buddies. So Joel goes to my bins quite frequently and I see him quite often. So for his wife, Kristen, he purchased these Madewell, the perfect vintage jean in a classic wash for 30 and I get 24. So I hope she loves those. Those were a super cute, nice pair of jeans, and hopefully I will see you soon, Joel. Then moving on to the last day of the week for what sold. Sunday was the 20th, and I only had one, but it went to the lovely Miss Kristen again. So she wanted another pair of black pants, but this time a little bit more outdoorsy. So she got the Athleta flared ski winter snow snap pants. She got them for 40. I get 32. This was a very weirdly interesting find. They were like flared, really nice ski snow pants. They were the old label, and I think they were from like 2016, but you could put a retail tag on these and tell me they were brand new off the rack and I would believe you. Like they were in stellar, like new condition. And when I looked up the style number and stuff, there was one person ever on Poshmark who had ever sold a pair of these, and they were like red, and I could not find them anywhere else. No Google Images when you look up the style number, nothing on eBay, could not. I even just looked through all of the like Athleta winter snow ski pants on Posh. No one had sold this exact pair. There's like 2 other pairs that are similar, but something about this pair, they're apparently ultra rare. So Kristen, you have some very rare ski pants now. So she got them for 40, I got 32. I don't remember if I said that. So let's move on to the numbers for Posh. So my Poshmark gross for the week was $1,616. So 1,616, and my Poshmark net was $1,292.80. So definitely very happy with how this week went. Combining eBay with Posh, we netted close to $2,000, which is fantastic. Of course, that does not count cost of goods, and I did sell quite a few things that I paid up for, but I will still take it. I'm very happy with it, and I'm loving moving things along. So if there's been anything that you're eyeing in my closet, or if you've noticed that there's something that I've had for a long time, I am pretty open to taking offers, like almost any offers. So feel free to send me one if you're interested, and let me know that you watch, and I definitely love to give you guys better deals. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Again, remember, Ryan will be making his big valiant return for every video of the next week. And get excited for Tuesday, because it is finally the fall 2024 trend report. I think on Tuesday, in like our lives in person, we're gonna go film the trends R&D at Mall of America. So that'll be coming out the next Tuesday. Super excited about that as well. And then Ryan will be reacting to my bins finds on Thursday. So that is all that I have for you guys today though. And I will see you when you guys choose to see me. Goodbye.